He was a public official who discovered corruption in his own department. He was stabbed in the heart in front of the building where he worked.
Michael Frankie's killers were never brought to justice, and you'll find out why. This season of Murder in Oregon. Listen to Murder in Oregon on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to CodyCast. This is Cody Allen's podcast.
A lot of people ask who I love to interview, and I got to be honest, I love, obviously talking to the big stars. It doesn't hurt. The superstars are awesome. But to have the chance to kind of get to know a new artist is what I really love, because you never quite know where it's going to go. Such is the case with Trea Landon, who is here, and I'm so excited to meet you. I love the music you do, which I want to get to. But first, now, where in Georgia are you from?
Daisy.
Where's that?
It's southeast. It's about an hour west of Savannah.
One of my radio jobs was in Brunswick, Georgia.
No, okay.
Back in the day.
I know exactly. I got a bunch of family in Brunswick.
Did y'all St. Simon's Island, Jekyll Island for holidays and vacations or whatever?
Yeah, I'm an hour and a half from St. Simon's. I'm an hour and 20.
Well, so now, are you from Georgia then too? We got all kinds of these Georgians. Try not to break the equipment while you're here, if you can avoid your...
He'll do it.
Claxton, which is, Daisy is actually a suburb of Claxton.
Okay. And so how long have y'all known each other?
7 years.
And y'all best friends, and are you management too? What do you do?
He plays drums.
Plays drums, all right.
He actually, our first time ever meeting, a buddy of mine that we had a mutual friend kept saying, Trey, you need to meet this guy that plays drums. Yeah. And then I'd be like, I'm not into that. And then he would call Casey and say, man, you need to meet this guy, Trey, he sings. And he'd be like, man, I got other stuff going on. And months and months later, I finally decided, I was like, I'm done playing acoustic around town. I want to form a band.
Right.
So I got his number and I called him, and we had officially met over the phone, but our first time ever meeting was him showing up at my house for a rehearsal. And we've been together since.
How about that?
Yeah.
So then you put the whole band together after you guys met. So all right. So how many band members do you have now?
We've got 4 now, including me.
Okay.
It won't be long before we have 5. But he's the only original member.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
We've had several guitar players and bass players that, fell off, jumped on and fell off during the way. Because it's been bumpy. It's been bumpy.
Right. What was the wildest reason they gave up?
I don't know. I mean, I think we came a lot of we had a lot of problems with some guys that were coming in, and I don't know that anybody ever quit.
Yeah.
I think at the time I had to fire people, and I hate firing people. Like, I don't want to do. Thank God I have management now.
Right.
I don't like doing it. How
does that conversation usually go? Is it like, let's just say you have to fire me?
I would say, hey man, I just don't think it's working out. Your service is no longer needed or wanted. And because of your actions.
Right.
I mean,
because of your actions. That's strong language, Trey.
Yeah. But I just ripped the Band-Aid off. That's how
you got to do it.
My dad was, and it's Can I give you an example?
Yeah, go
Do we
ahead.
have time for that?
Yeah, sure.
So, for instance, we're not going to name names. We had a bass player one time that was on the road with us, and we were playing a gig at Tybee Island, and we were doing a beach show, and it was July 4th. The owner, like everybody gets a day pay, like per day. You show up and you play your instruments, you get your pay. Well, we show up to do the show, and we had an hour and a half show. And the guy, after we finished our hour and a half show, the owner of the venue said, hey, we're shooting off fireworks. Will you play an extra 30 minutes right after the fireworks just so people don't leave?
Right.
And I agreed to it. I said, sure. Well, once I relayed the message to the band, hey guys, after our hour and a half show, they're going to shoot fireworks and we're going to play an extra 30 minutes. He goes, well, I'm not playing. Our show's an hour and a half. I'm not playing another minute unless I get double pay.
Right.
I was like, well, that's not happening. That's not happening. And either way, whether you play or not, you're never playing another show with us again.
Right. So wow.
So that was just an example of how that went. Yeah.
He didn't play. I'm guessing that
he
night.
wound up playing.
He wound up
playing, but I mean, that was his last show with us.
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
Because I'm like, who does that, man?
Right.
Like, I'm not about to pay you an extra $200.
Like you were giving
30
extra.
minutes.
You don't have extra.
I wasn't giving extra. Like, I'm trying to make people happy so we can come back and play here again to pay our bills.
Right.
And you're worried you're attacking me.
Yeah. A lot of people may not know this about when you're singing, a musician who's on the road performing and stuff, that you also have to sort of like manage everything for at least the first little while.
You're managing it and booking it.
Yeah, all of it's you.
Logistics.
Right.
Freaking
it helps when you have really good music, though. So who was the first person you remember hearing as a kid that you thought, I love country music?
As a kid, George Strait was the earliest thing I can remember hearing as a kid in my parents' home.
Mm-hmm.
That evolved to Randy Travis. I just had a long conversation about Conway Twitty because Conway Twitty is my all-time favorite artist.
Really?
All-time favorite.
I love Conway, too.
I love his voice, love his songs. I love the vulnerability of all the lyric. Like, he's not scared to say, I screwed up.
Uh-huh.
Let me make it right.
Right.
He's not scared to say that.
Or I'd love to lay you down.
I'd love to lay you down.
He's not scared.
He's
with
not
your hair
scared
all
at all.
up in curlers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Conway, Randy, that's a pretty good lineage there. George Strait.
Yeah.
I definitely hear George in some of your stuff. And I definitely hear a young sound also, like a young, which is a good compliment, by the way. You want that traditional stuff mixed with sort of this young energy. And so I discovered you a few years ago with the EP. That's how I know the lyrics to every song. There's that smile.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. And I think somehow along the way, I wanted to get you in here years ago, and it never quite worked out. But here you are today with a big record deal and
crazy,
management and everything else. Yeah. And the other way, and by the way, anyone who loves Kevin Denny, I'm down with.
Love it.
No one knows who Kevin Denny is now.
That's just Jesse.
Just Jesse.
Come on.
Yeah. So when I found out you love Kevin Denny, I was even more like, okay, this guy's legit. He knows good country music.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I love the hair too. Is that always like this, or
depends on how hard the wind's blowing? Honestly, cause it's I don't know. I need to get it cut.
No. Keep it.
I have a photo shoot, Cody, like next week, and they're on the other side of that glass. They're freaking out.
Are
that
they?
You're telling me this because they know I won't get it cut.
They don't know what they're doing. You keep it.
Okay, that's my response every time. Y'all don't know nothing. I'm just kidding.
How long have you had the big record deal with these people across the glass?
I've been with Warner Brothers for November will be 2 years.
Okay.
And I've been with my wonderful management company, G Major, for I really don't remember. I think I've been there for like 5 months, maybe 5-ish months.
Do you enjoy sort of the photo shoots and the video? By the way, the video's out right now. Loved by a Country Boy. People can check it out all over CMT and on CMT.com if they want to go see you and the hair. But do you enjoy those kind of things, or is that like, oh, I got to do this, or is that just sort of one of the things you've gotten used to?
Oh, I enjoy it. I mean, I'm getting new to it. I'm new to it, so I love it. I would relate that to going into the studio. Maybe it's like an artist. I mean,
really.
Yeah, that stuff for me, I would rather go to a video shoot than I would the studio to record music, I think.
Wow. See, and why do you think that is?
Because I've done the studio stuff so long, it's just like the newness of it is just like, I love being creative. I love the creative part of it.
And what about the writing part of it? You're such a great writer, and that's really how this all started with you, is that you were a tremendous writer. So that must be the drive also, though, right?
For sure. I love writing. I don't get to write as much as I used to, with being on the road and stuff. But I love writing, especially when I have a good idea. I mean, the meeting up and saying, all right, who's got a good hook? That side of it, is kind of like, because sometimes you get a good song, sometimes you don't. But I really like writing now when I have an idea or a concept that I'm excited about that I get to bring to a room fired up and say, hey, here's how we get to X. We just need to figure out, here's the X. We just need to get there. That is fascinating to me.
Is the X usually the title of the song? Is that where it first starts for you?
For me, yes. The title or the concept or the hook, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
And so where did Love by a Country Boy come from then?
So me and Dallas Davidson, and
incredible songwriter.
He's my publisher. Me and him and my other buddy Justin Wilson, we were all on a fishing trip down in Panama City, and this was the last year, something to the extent of Justin and I, we were all on the beach just drinking some beer, and Justin was kind of like semi hitting on this girl, but nothing crazy. Just like he was talking to her and she didn't want nothing to do with it. And she was probably like a Kappa Delta or something. I don't know. Anyways, and so she kind of was kind of just giving him the cold shoulder, and he kind of shrugged it off. He was like, "Oh, I ain't worried about it. She's missing out. Like 'cause she ain't been loved till she's been loved by a country boy.
Oh.
She's the one. In other words, she's the one missing out. Now we didn't write the concept as you're missing out. We just heard the title and said, "Whoa, you ain't been loved till you've been loved by a country boy."
That's
It's
great.
Like, how can we make that positive? And we wound up writing it that night. Yeah.
I feel like you love to write about real hardcore country stuff, like hunting, fishing,
Loving every day.
Loving every day, all those things, like the outdoors, and relating that to your love life too, right?
For sure. Yeah. I write about hunting a good bit and fishing. I haven't got to put a song out really that's really the premise of the song.
Right.
But
even Love by a Country Boy kind of speaks to that.
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, I want to evolve to that. I mean, I want to sing about. I wish I could sing about sitting in a deer stand all day.
Are you a beer man then? Are you a beer guy, or what is your preferred alcohol?
I drink natural light, and I know that's cliche, but I love a natural light over anything. I do. I like whiskey, but whiskey makes me crazy, and I don't drink it anymore.
Right.
My girlfriend does not like it.
Okay.
When I drink whiskey.
Now, whiskey makes some people angry, I've found. Like is that the kind of crazy you are on whiskey?
It depends.
Or just whatever.
It depends.
You could be just nuts.
I could be upset. I get very emotional. I could be happy. Or I could be a lot of different. I wear a lot of different hats.
Extremes.
I wear a lot of different hats on whiskey.
We found this girlfriend, by the way. She's on Instagram. What's her name?
Her name is Taylor.
Taylor. And how long y'all been together?
We've been going at it for probably like 5 or 6 months now.
And when you say going at it, what do you mean?
It was it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good time. It was a couple months of us figuring out that we liked each other and how to express that and communicate that in the right way.
Right.
And then so we just put a lot of effort into that, and we've been officially like, I love you, I'm in this, for like 4 months.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Feels really good then, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the best.
Is there a song about her in your repertoire?
There are songs about her in my repertoire for sure. Okay. Not that are out yet, but hopefully they'll get to be out. Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. I hope we get to hear a lot more from you because I feel like you've got great potential. I also have to tell you this, like the name Trea, Trea. Interesting spelling of Trey. Why spell it that way? Did you ever get the answer from your mom or dad about that?
They just wanted it to be unique. I'm the third, so that's why Trace is Spanish for 3. I'm not Spanish, so I don't know why that correlated to my name. But 3 is Trey, so they named me Trey, and Mama just spelled it that way for uniqueness, I guess.
And Landon
is my last name.
Is actually your last name?
It's also my dad's.
Okay, to bring it full circle here.
Okay.
So my son's name is Landon.
Okay.
And that's his first name. So I don't know if you know this about me yet, Trea Landon, but I'm gay, so I have a partner whose name is Trey, Trea.
I'm very aware.
You aware of this?
Yes, yeah. So, I've seen it on Instagram, and and it's the only person I've ever seen in this 25 years of life that has the same spelling of Trey as me.
Same here. So I love what you do in the music and the writing and all this, but I'll be honest with you, I've discovered you because of the spelling of your name, and I was like, who is this guy?
Right on.
Because I've never seen it before.
Right on.
And then not only is it Trey, but my son's name Landon. Like the two most important people in my life.
Yeah.
At least men.
And here I am.
And here you are.
And here I am.
And representing both in some weird,
that's
crazy ass way.
That is crazy.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to you. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's kind of weird, right? It's funny how people come together. Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And we've got a pack of Natty Lights on the way out the door today.
Right on.
So yeah,
I will make use of them this afternoon because I'm going fishing.
Are you really?
Yep.
Trea Landon right here.